Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel, and today I've decided to create two videos instead of one. Usually I do my updated toolbox tour with a review of all my recently purchased tools, and then I'll move into the toolbox tour, but I made a video asking you guys what you would prefer. A lot of you preferred if I made it two separate videos, not only because then you can just watch a toolbox tour or a tool review, but it also cuts the time of videos down because they're usually over an hour. So we're gonna try and keep it a little bit shorter. Now remember, this video is more of a first impression of the tools that I've purchased, not necessarily a tool review on how they work or how I've liked them. It's just my initial impression of them. And later on, I will do a video of what I actually think about them. Also, after watching this video, if you guys see anything that you want to do or you want me to do a tool review on, or a comparison between, like, let's say my DeWalt ratcheting wrenches versus gear wrench, or if you want to see a video just on all my Tekton tools or gear wrench tools, or anything you guys would like, I would love to know what you guys want to see so I can come up with some more video ideas. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's get into these reviews. The first thing I have I picked up were another set of wire strippers, because the two that I have, well, one is really cheap and the other one's a decent set, but if you do a lot of electrical, you need a couple different pair. Like, this set is the really cheap set, and the cutter and stripper is on the bottom and the crimper is on top, where that's not all that great for in tight spots, like let's say under the dash, where these do come in handy to strip wires under a dash in a tight spot. But it's also, these are okay at stripping and cutting. So I picked up this set of vice grip strippers, and it also has the crimping portion on the bottom as well as a wire cutter on the bottom. And these are really nice. If you do a lot of wiring, I'm sure you know about this version of wire strippers. Basically, one side will clamp down on the wire, and then the other one comes down and cuts into it, and then it pulls it apart. And they work really nice. It really speeds up the process of stripping wires. So I needed to get these because I'm rewiring the entire engine bay in my Camaro. So I also picked up a whole bunch of 16 and 18 gauge wiring. This was like 10 bucks. And then the vice grips wire strippers are around $20. So, but I really believe this is a great purchase, especially if you do a lot of wiring. But that's about it. Now, all these previous clips that I'm about to add in have been over the last, I believe, like 2 months. So I think from now on, I will maybe do a video like every month or so of the tools that I got that month, instead of spreading it out so much, so the videos are a little bit shorter. But just remember, this is first impression, not necessarily how I think the tools work. So thank you guys once again for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so I just picked this up today, guys. I was also looking at getting a oil filter socket set, but it has to be ordered. But my buddy has this same set, and we used it a couple times, and I thought it was amazing. I mean, I have regular spark plug sockets and everything, but this is actually a pretty nice set. I like it because the extensions are already built into the spark plug socket, and instead of having that rubber grommet, you have a nice strong magnet on these. It also comes with the 3 sizes, 5/8, 13/16, and 9/16, and all different lengths, as you can see on the cover. It is Matco Tools part SPK6. This ran me about $60, I believe. Yeah, 60 bucks. And I already opened it. It's really nice. Let me go ahead and show you guys inside. Okay, so once again, the part number is here on the top, and then on the case it also has the part number for each socket in case you break something and all that. But that's the sizes of everything in the case. Now let's move on. So here it is. You got 5/8,
with a short extension, 5/8 with like a 3 or 4 inch extension, and then your long 5/8. Did I say 3/8? I'm not sure. 5/8. All three of these are 5/8 with different length extensions. This is a 9/16, I believe. Yeah, 9/16 here, 9/16 here. The difference is the depth of the magnet. The one on the left, the magnet is much higher for your different spark plugs. Then you have your 13/16 with a like 4-inch extension. They are nice because they all wobble, and you can really get into good places with these, because on a lot of newer vehicles it's becoming more and more difficult to get to spark plugs. There's more work in it than just removing a spark plug wire now. But as you can see inside, it has like a rubber seal, the blue part, and that ring in there is actually a nice strong magnet. Let me see if I can set the camera up so you can see me actually installing the spark plug into the socket. Okay, so here I just have an AC Delco spark plug that's for my 357. I'll just be using, it is the 5/8. 5/8 is the most common size spark plug you'll run into, but as you can tell, it's a very strong magnet. It's already gripping it, and it holds it really well. It's a very strong magnet, and you won't be dropping any spark plugs, breaking them, or anything like that. So the magnets on these are amazing. I think it's worth the $60. Let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty happy with it. Now let's move on to what else I got. Okay guys, so the next thing is just a simple 127 piece heat shrink wire wrap. It's just heat shrink, a bunch of different sizes. Ordered it offline, I think it was like $5 or something like that. But I needed some for when I'm rewiring all of that, so I figured I'd pick some up. And this looked like a pretty nice set, and it had good reviews. I mean, it's just heat shrink. As long as it shrinks when I heat it, then I'll be happy. So got that for a couple bucks. That's just something simple. Next thing is this Tekton impact driver that I got. It's 3/8 drive. If I remember correctly, it was around $20 or $22, somewhere around in there. But it's a pretty good price, and I've been pretty happy with Tekton stuff, so I figure I keep buying them until I come across something that I don't like. And once I do, I will let you guys know once I find a Tekton product that I don't like or isn't made well. But so far I've had good luck with them. So I decided to pick up this impact driver. I needed one. So it comes with 4 bits, the attachment, the 3/8 drive attachment. It is reversible and everything. The part number is 2905. And I think that's all the information that's really on it. It gives you the size, bit adapter, storage case, and then the sizes of the bits it comes with. But here it is. It comes in a nice little Tekton case. It's actually really nice. And then, let's see, it's got little instructions up here on how to change the direction. I did do it. You have to press pretty hard in on this and turn it at the same time, so that's kind of hard, but it's not that big of a deal. Down here it just says wear safety glasses, if it would focus. An impact driver, it gives you the sizes on the case of each bit, and here it says bit adapter, so that's pretty cool. It does have Tekton engraved on it, on the driver itself, so that's pretty nice. It's nice and heavy. It doesn't feel cheaply made. You can feel the spring behind this, but you had to press it in. I can't even press it with my thumb. I can a little bit, but it's pretty tight. One thing I did notice, so this bit driver, it goes on here like this, obviously, but I noticed, so the driver itself has this ball, but the adapter doesn't have a detent pin, or, you know, to actually hold it on there. So that doesn't really make any sense to me that they wouldn't put the detent in here. Sorry, you guys can't really see it, but there's nothing in there that actually holds it to this. I mean, it stays on there fairly well, but yeah, that's something I noticed. But the bits seem pretty nice. I mean, can't complain. I guess we'll see when I start smacking them. But that's it. This was around $20 to $25. Pretty nice little set. I gave you the part number already, so let's move on to another thing I just recently got, which is another gear wrench product. Product number 84000 Delta. It's a 7-piece hook and pick set, and it comes in a blow molded case as well, which I love. I know a lot of people hate cases and they like to put them in their drawer and not keep anything organized. They say they can find stuff, but they're full of shit. If you're just an unorganized person, then I mean, yeah, you might be able to find stuff, but I guarantee you if you're an organized person, you can find stuff a lot faster. So that's why I like these blow molded cases. It comes with a good variety of different picks. It's got the little rubber cap on here. The handles feel really nice. The reason I got this was because the set that I do have, it's got a pick on both sides, and sometimes I'm going to flip it around and I'll stab myself or something like that. So I actually wanted something with a good handle on it. And I also have a Matco set that's pretty nice. I'll show you that real quick. So here's the Matco set that I got. It comes with a inspection mirror and a magnet. They're extendable, but let me get one of these out. So it's got a nice handle on it, nice little grip right here engraved into it. Sorry if it would focus. But they're really nice picks as well, but the handle's a little small, which is fine. And I actually haven't used these yet. Haven't had them long, but haven't used those yet. I have used the magnet. But I decided I wanted to pick up a good pick set that had a good handle on it as well. So here you got a 90. You got all different shapes and sizes. As you can tell, this one's pretty big. The handles are really nice on them. I like them a lot. Nice and rubberized. Same as my screwdriver set, it has these notches here to kind of get a grip, and gear wrench on the handles as well. I gotta figure out how they put this in here. Okay, there we go. And you got this bigger one as well with a square shaft on this one. Each one, once again, does have the part number on it. Huh. Really having a problem with focusing right now. 84001 Delta. It's really easy to read off the camera, but my camera's having a problem focusing right now. You got your straight pick, 90-degree pick, like your fish hook, your bigger straight pick, and you know, so it's a pretty nice set, and it's a really nice blow molded case and everything. So let's get on to what I got next. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to move into are just a couple things I just picked up that I do need. I needed more masks, so I went out to Harbor Freight and just picked up a couple of those because these come in handy when painting and using a lot of chemicals, because you really don't want to be breathing in a lot of chemicals that we use in shops and stuff. So having a mask is always a good thing, not just for chemicals, but for when you're like sanding or grinding on rusty parts. Rust is really bad to inhale, so you always want to make sure you have a mask. Next thing I picked up is just some microfiber towels, because I have a stack over there. But having a cat and a dog, you tend to get this hair in your car, and then they just stick in the rags. So no matter how much I clean my car, my rags are covered in hair, so I still have hair everywhere. So I picked up some new ones of that. Then I picked up some more nitro gloves. Just ran out because my dog decided to have an accident all over the house, and my wife refused to clean it without some gloves, so she took my last pair. So I picked up a new set. And then the main thing that I went there for is this rechargeable LED underhood light. It has magnets on each end and hooks. So let me get it out of the box and show it to you guys. Okay, so first things first, here are the chargers, which is pretty neat that it comes with a car charger as well. So if you have it on the car and it's starting to die, you can plug it in while it's on the car, and a regular outlet. So that's pretty cool. It is 120 LED. It's made by Luminar Work. I got it because they have the same ones online that are double the price. This was under $30. I think it was on sale for $29, and it's pretty nice. I haven't messed with the magnets or anything yet. So it has the power button over here. It's nice rubber grips here, plastic rubber here, nice little rubber button on both sides. The first click is actually the low setting, and then if you click it again, that's the bright setting. So it seems pretty nice. This is, I'm not sure how charged it is just coming out of the box, but it seems like a really nice light for working under the car. Like, I do have my flashlight, which I use a lot, and this tripod light setup, but you can only get this thing so close and angled in so many directions, whereas this comes in handy when you're actually under the hood. So that's why I picked this up. It's supposed to be some sort of fancy plastic, shatterproof polycarbonate plastic, optional fold-away hooks, detachable magnetic stretch cords. So these ends actually do come off, and it's got a cord attached to them, and you can hang them. I'm probably gonna hang mine inside the lid while I'm not using it. So let me go ahead and see how this works out. Okay, so the caps do just unscrew and the cords come out the end right here, and then on the back of them there is a hook that you can use as well. But the magnets are actually really strong. I like them. It's perfect fit for inside the toolbox as well. So I think that's a pretty good place to keep it out of the way, and it'll be useful. So I think that's a pretty good deal for 30 bucks. Can't really beat it, no complaints. I'll probably charge it and see if it makes any difference, but it is really bright already. So that's it, let's move on. Okay, so the next thing I have here are a couple of Gear Wrench products once again. This is their flare nut wrench sets. It was buy one, get the other one free. I think it was like $60 for both. Normally they're around $45 each, so I mean, it's not necessarily buy one, get one free, but it's buy one, get one pretty much free. So you got the metric set here, which is a 6-piece, and then a 6-piece standard SAE as well. You got 9, I don't think it skips any sizes, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so 20 isn't here. And that's really hard to see, but it goes from 1/4 to 7/8. And they are really nice, good engraving and everything. If I hold it the right direction. So Gear Wrench is engraved on it. You got the sizing at both ends since it is different sizes, and it's on both sides. So that's kind of nice. And I am actually really happy with these cases that they came in. If I can put that back in right. They are really nice cases fully blow molded, and they're both just really nice. But the part numbers for them are 81907, if it would focus. And then 81906. That's going to be the metric, and the first one is the standard. So you got a 12-piece set here, and they're identified by the color of case. So I'm going to take these off, and then I got to find somewhere in my box for them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll move on to the next thing I got. Okay, so here's my next purchase that I made. This is a 3/8 drive Matco air ratchet. The part number, if I can find it. One second. There we go. So model MT1857 Alpha. It is normally like $185 air ratchet. With my student discount on the Matco store, I could have gotten it for, I believe, $160 or $150. No, like $130. And I went to my Matco store today, and since it did not come with a box, it is brand new, but it was only $60, so I can't complain. And I believe the torque specs on it are 55 foot-pounds right away, and then it's anywhere from 20 to 45 or 50 after that. I still had to put my inlet on it, but it is a very nice air ratchet. A little bit bigger head, but overall it's a really nice air ratchet. I haven't used it yet, so I can't tell you guys exactly what I think about it, but as soon as I do use it, I will make sure to let you guys know. Now let's move on to my next thing that I got in today, which I was gonna get the DeWalt temperature gun that runs off like the normal drill battery, but it was like almost $200 or like $150 for just the gun itself. I was like, that's a little ridiculous for what I'm going to be using it for, just checking for clogs in like radiator hoses and stuff like that, checking air conditioners and stuff like that. So I just went and got this no name temperature gun. I've actually tested it. It works really well, and it can read differences in temperature, minimum and maximum. It has a lit back screen and a laser, and it holds temperature, and you can set the EMS for different things that you're testing, such as iron, aluminum, skin. It is safe. Here's all the different things, and it tells you what you can set it to for when checking the temperature. So it's a really nice no-name temperature gun, and I believe it was like $15. It runs off a 9-volt battery. It goes inside the handle, but I like it. I think it's worth the $15. So my next thing is the Gear Wrench 5-piece SAE deep offset. I couldn't find it in metric, so I was pretty disappointed in that, especially since I find myself using metric more than standard. But I made the purchase. What did I pay for this? Like $23, I believe. Part number 81926. It does come in a nice little pouch. It does have the part number on the bag. It says Gear Wrench nicely on the little bag. Let's get this off of here, get it maybe the right direction for you guys. So open it up. It says right there on the bag, lifetime warranty. So it's in a nice little pouch. They are pretty long, which I like. Nice offset, 3/8, 7/16. all the way up to, it's actually pretty long. What is this? 1 inch. Yeah, 15/16 and 1 inch. So it is engraved gear wrench on both sides, along with the size on both sides. So I believe it was a pretty good purchase. So if you guys are looking for offsets, I don't think they've came out with the metric one yet, but this is the standard set. Normally, I found this a couple other places, but it was like $60, and I was just not willing to pay that much for something I haven't found myself needing all that often. So that's why I purchased it, because I found it for a really good price. Hopefully they come out with a metric, but that's it for that. Let's move on to the other thing that I got. All right, so if you've watched my previous toolbox tours, you have noticed some of the things that I have. And when I show you guys these new things, and maybe you see duplicates or similar products, it's not because I like just buying random tools. I do have 2 toolboxes, the one here at home and the one I have at school, which I will be taking on to my job as soon as I move on. And the school does supply me with the basic tools, and it's quite a bit of tools to get started as a professional technician. But you will always need more tools as a professional technician. You will find yourself constantly buying tools. I am preparing myself before I move out into the work world, and I don't want to run into having to borrow tools all the time, because my rule is, if I have, and I've heard it plenty of times, if you have to borrow something from somebody 2 or 3 times, you need to buy it for yourself. And I want to prepare myself as best as possible by purchasing products for both of my boxes. I won't purchase everything double, obviously, that's ridiculous, but I will take what I need from home to work, so I don't have to buy double of everything. This is 84-piece master SAE and metric hex and Torx bit socket set. It comes in all 3 sizes, 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. Part number 80742. You can see all the different socket types right there displayed on the box. It is quite a nice set. Usually you find them anywhere for $125 to $200, and I was actually able to find this on eBay for $99. It was a pain in the butt because the guy kept running out of stock and stuff like that, but I was able to catch him at $99, and I believe that's a great deal, because I wouldn't pay $200, even though when you go to work, most guys will go on the Snap-on or Matco or Cornwell truck, you know, and they will pay well over that for these, and I would probably catch myself doing the same thing if I wouldn't have found this set. So I'm extremely happy with this purchase. I was kind of nervous about purchasing it, especially since I do already have, because I already do have Torx bit set, both tamper-proof, non-tamper-proof, metric hex and standard hex, and then triple squares, short and long. These are all long though. So, and then the other ones I have are just basically the bit attachments. So I figured this would be a good purchase, especially probably for my toolbox at work. But it comes in a very nice blow molded case, nice little latches on it. They are plastic, but they're not the ones that return after you let them go. They actually do stay up, so that's pretty nice. And here we go. So you got hex ball, which is surprising because I didn't even know they came with that. I thought they were just the normal hex long ones. Then you got your Torx over here. It starts out with 1/4 inch drive all the way up to here. And then once you hit T40 to T50, it is all 3/8 drive, and then it's 3/8 drive for all of the ball hex. So that's amazing. The case is really nice. It holds them in there very well. Then moving down here, you have all of the 1/4 inch short hex and Torx, and they are tamper proof as well. Oh, if I stop throwing stuff. I'm not sure if, no, the long ones are not tamper proof, but I do have tamper proof ones already. So so here you have metric and standard for the hex. And then moving down, you have all your 3/8 kind of mid-length hex and Torx. And then down on the bottom, you have your bigger ones, which is all 1/2-inch drive Torx. This is tamper proof, this is non-tamper proof. And then all your hex, and they go up to a very large size. That's 19 millimeter, and then this is 3/4. So you do get some pretty big sockets in here. Then you also have your E-Torx, which is E4 through E16 over here, and then E18 through E24. It's E18, 20, 22, 24, but that is a good set of E-Torx. And they are engraved, all black. Every socket is engraved with gear wrench and the size, and then it also comes with this nice grip here for using your fingers. That's what I like to look for on a lot of my sockets, is the little engravings for the grips for your finger. Just like mostly all of my sockets. They all have the etching, because I find that coming in handy, especially when your hands are oily. So this is the gear wrench 84-piece master hex and Torx bit set, and I believe it was an amazing purchase. So if you guys can find it for $99, I highly recommend this. Or $125 isn't terrible, but anything above that, I don't know if I would pay. But that's it for now. I'll show you guys what I have next, coming soon.
All right, so that was my video on basically all the tools that I've gotten in the last 2 months. And just remember, some of these tools will be for work and some of them will be for home. So there's different qualities and different brands and everything. And obviously I have more than one of some things, but different brands. But once again, if you guys do want to see any specific type of videos, please leave them in the comments. Whether you want me to do a comparison of certain tools, or if you just want me to focus on one brand of tool or a certain type, just let me know by leaving a comment, and make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. And thank you guys for watching.